Hi trader, Tina once again from ShortMeTina.com with my typical usual nightly recap. If you are tuning in for the first time, I would like to welcome you to our channel, to our station. Make sure to drop a comment in the comment section below, say hi, and just let me know that you're here for the first time. If you're recurring and you're new to this, I want to welcome you back. Drop a comment in the comments section as well and let me know how long you've been listening to me and any valuable lessons you've learned so far from our channel here at ShortMeTina. So again, we're going to kick it off as usual with a recap of the overall market. We're going to start off with the S&P 500, the SPY. You're looking at a daily chart dating back to around October of 2017. So, we were up rather nicely on the day today, right? So we put in about 1.4% in gains, closed at 278.44. Good move, decent volume. Again, we're just paying attention right now to that resistance level of around 280 to 282. Again, dating back to October of 2018, we've tried to penetrate it 1, 2, 3, 4 times to no avail. Let's see if the 5th time is the charm. What else do we have? And so we have the IWM daily chart. Similar story, up about 1.75% on the day, closed at 154.29. Not surprising. Again, last week was we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight days of decline on decent volume. Ran into resistance of around, we can say, 158 to 160. Most recently on Friday, went as low as 150.61, shedding something like 8 to 9 basis points. We had a bit of a boost today, again up 1.75% on the day to close at 154.29. All I'm paying attention to is resistance of around 158 to 160. Again, and the more times we make attempts to breach this resistance level, the more attempts we make, the likelihood of it occurring actually increases. I definitely believe we are going to break resistance. How long that's going to take, I'm not so sure, but this pullback was more than welcomed again, because since hitting those lows back in December of around 125.84, the IWM shot up about 20% in less than 2 months. So a huge move. Expect that pullback. Maybe if we can consolidate around here, that would be good. And then, in my opinion, try once again to penetrate resistance of 158 to 160. So that's the level I'm paying attention to going forward. What else do we have? And then we have ticker BA, Boeing daily chart. Dating back to, let's say, January of 2018, so the chart is a little over a year. So this was actually a trade idea that I was presented, that was presented to me by one of my premium members. They asked for my quote-unquote opinion on BA. At the time, the stock was trading, we can say like in the mid 400s. It's trading somewhere around here. And I indicated that I liked the chart, I liked the stock, not necessarily as a trade, but also as a longer term investment for your retirement portfolio or a longer term portfolio. I didn't like the stock, obviously, when it was trading around the 400s, the mid 400s. I felt that a pullback was imminent, and I was waiting on this gap fill here. Unfortunately, there was some tragedies that happened, or a tragedy that happened over the weekend with one of the Boeing jet crashing and killing, I believe it was over 100 folks. So I'm not 100% clear of the story, exactly where the flight was headed or anything like that. So very much so a tragedy. But with that said, you know, a buying opportunity, and I feel very uncomfortable talking about capitalizing off of a tragedy, right? So I'll be honest with you, I'm not the most comfortable talking about it, but there was a buying opportunity that came, waiting on the gap fill. I actually missed this trade, but you know, when you miss a trade, there's always another one around the corner, or perhaps Boeing will present another buy-in opportunity. So again, we had the gap fill here at around 365. That would have been the ideal time to go long. You can see folks recognized the deal and just essentially started pouring in. Look at the volume here. Granted, we closed down about 5% on the day, but I believe when the trading day first started, the stock was down as much as around 10% or so. So let me kind of wrap it up, taking you guys all over the place like I generally do. But Boeing, like it is a longer term investment, and today clearly presented itself as a trading opportunity. I missed the gap fill. We closed at 400. relatively close to the high of the day. I'll see if the stock pulls back a little bit. If it does, then I'll take the trade. At that point, I'm not going to chase. So I like Boeing. Even at 400, I think it's a decent price. But again, let's see if it can present a better buy-in opportunity. What else do we have? And then we have JD daily chart dating back to when the stock IPO'd. I've covered JD several times, and as I've indicated before, as long as it can stay above 19, I am bullish. It's held 19 again, dating back to 2014, around 5 years since the stock IPO'd. Full disclosure, we did go long this particular trade idea within the premium member community with a buy zone of around 19 to 20. And please excuse the hoarseness in my voice. I had an awesome weekend with my family, a little mini vacation, a little mini getaway, and I'm completely jet lagged. But so bear with me. So we're sitting here at 27.62, again up about 2%. Use the pullbacks, in my opinion, how I'm doing it. Use the pullbacks as a way to actually increase your position or actually get in. I do believe JD will at some point revisit its most recent highs, January of 2018, of around $50. So there's still a potential to double, right? There's still the potential to double your allocation with a share price here of 27.62. Still 100% left on the table, in my opinion. What else do we have? And then we have ticker CRON daily chart. Full disclosure, we did go long CRON back in August of 2018 with a buy zone of around, we can say, the mid fives. So we're sitting here at 20.92, off about north of 4% on the day. Shorter term support continues to hold, and in my opinion, that support level comes in at around $18. So I wouldn't be surprised to see CRON pull back to 18. It might even dip below that. Even so, as long as it can stay above its breakout base here of around $14, I think things should be fine. So, you know, again, wait for those pullbacks, wait for those opportunities, don't chase. I'm pretty sure at some point we're going to retest the most recent highs of around $25.10, and I wouldn't be surprised to see CRON trading at 30 by summertime. What else do we have? And then we have ACB daily chart. So I've been monitoring this stock and actually doing video analysis on this stock for the past, I wouldn't even be surprised to say dating back to late 2018 or the beginning of 2019. I actually like the stock. I want to get in on the trade. It hasn't presented an opportunity yet for me. But sitting here at 7.95, up about 2.58% on the day, an opportunity might, you know, present itself within the next few days. So I'm just paying attention to that resistance level of around, we can say $8 to $8.20. Let's see if ACB or the bulls will make an attempt at breaching those levels. If it can do that, sustain that move and hold, that might actually be our cue or my cue to go long. So I like ACB, just waiting for a decent entry opportunity. What else do we have? And then we have ticker BPTH. So this is actually an hourly chart. Closed at 32.69, up north of 60% on the day. Like I've indicated in my last two videos, as long as BPTH can stay above 25, there's always that potential for it to put up another 100 or 200% in gains like it did last week when it was up. I think at its height, it was up something like 700%. Obviously, I wouldn't just jump all in. It is a volatile stock, and you have to be aware of that. But I think potentially there is another trade to be had on the long side. What I'm paying attention to, obviously, would be today's high of 37.57. Going into pre-market tomorrow, let's look at how the stock is moving. And if it can, you know, obviously on volume, not volume like this, but more so volume like this, if it can, on volume, penetrate today's high of 37.57, again, I wouldn't be surprised to see the stock make a second attempt at surpassing or at least reaching 73. So BPTH, volatile stock, still on my watch list. In my opinion, it still has the potential to put up another 100% in gains. What else do we have? All right, and then I have, we have ticker ORGO. This is actually an hourly chart. Stock is up about 38% on the day. Granted, we closed at 10.19, but I see an after hours print of $11.61. So the stock is up about 52% on the day. Granted, the last 2 hours was marked by selling, but there's been some buying in after hours. So definitely put this stock on your watch list. A similar in the same respects that BPTH ran, in the same respects that CIFS, stocks that are putting up 100 or 200% in 1 or 2 trading days. Obviously, in my opinion, ticker ORGO has the ability to do the same. I'm going to pay attention to, obviously, the day's high of around $11.47. If we can stay above there, again, going into pre-market tomorrow and during market session, I think, again, this stock has the ability to run, potentially even double from here. So put ticker ORGO on your watch list. Pay attention to pre-market activity, and let's see if it can actually trade around $12 in pre-market. Again, if it can remain above today's high of around $11.50, things will look promising from a technical perspective. What else do we have? And then we have ticker SFIX. Stock is up about 29% on the day. Decent volume, closed at $26.98. Actually, I'm looking at after hours and I see an after hours print of $33.50. So we're up some in after hours. So definitely we're running into resistance, or we've actually surpassed resistance. So I'd be a little cautious here in terms of taking a long position. I would expect the stock to pull back, considering we're trading around resistance here of around $30. So exercise caution with ticker SFIX. I wouldn't jump in here. I'm expecting a pullback. What else? And let's round it out with ticker ADT. Closed at $7.59. I see that it's down in after hours about 12% or north of 13%. The after hours print I see is $6.62. So I'm expecting further decline with ADT heading into tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised to see this trading at around $6. So there's the potential to lose another 60% or so, but there might be a buying opportunity somewhere in there. So put ticker ADT on your watch list. I'm expecting more pullback heading into tomorrow. Again, it's off about 12% in after hours. Last quote I see is $6.62. I wouldn't be surprised to see it gravitate towards support of around $6. So, but again, buying opportunity potentially in there. So in the shorter term, within this week, I'm expecting more of a decline. And that's kind of it. Let's wrap it out there. Tina from ShortMeTina.com. If you enjoyed any portion of this video, I would like for you to do 3 things for me. 1, again, just comment. Let me know if this is your first time, if you're recurring, if you're trading any of the stocks that I mentioned, and if you are in any of the stocks that I've mentioned, how is it working out for you? Let's start a dialogue. Let's engage. Trying to build a community. You're clearly a part of it. Say hello and let me know how long you've been trading, what you've been trading, and what you're having difficulties with, or what you're having successes with. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I do videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday when the stock market is open. And if you're subscribed, when I upload a video, you'll be automatically notified. You don't have to guess if I'm going to upload it at 4 o'clock, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever. The minute I upload it, if you're subscribed and you have notifications turned on, you'll be alerted. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely hit that subscribe button. And lastly, if you want more content, because there are things that I share with my emailing list that I don't share anywhere else within the internet world. I don't know, for lack of a better word. So if you want more value, definitely head on over to ShortMeTina.com, sign up, become a member. Thank you for listening, and as always, thank you for the support.